There's a lot of different avenues and strategies you can take in the middle rounds of your fantasy drafts this year. But in the middle rounds, the big play right now is either upside wide receiver or going with those RB2s, those running backs who are less coveted but are going to get a lot of workload in the middle rounds. Today we're going to be looking at Xavier Worthy. He is shooting up draft boards. He is starting to be outside of the middle rounds. Everybody's looking to draft him right now, especially what they saw over the weekend. We're going to talk whether or not you need him for fantasy football as we do this deep dive today. Before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're starting in with our deep dives in the You Need series. We're going to do one a day up until the start of the season. Then when the season starts, pretty much all day long. All day long, just doing deep dives, talking waiver wire, helping you with trades every single day throughout the season. Click that button. Stop missing out. But the big thing right now to start the season off is the Hollywood Brown injury. Could be out sometime. Who really knows? Might be back early part of the season, start of this season. We're monitoring that. Xavier Worthy in high school was a big-time prospect. 13th best wide receiver in the class. 8th in the composite per 24/7 Sports. Had 22 offers from different collegiate programs. Texas, Alabama were after him, and we saw the elite speed out of high school, a 10.55 100 meters, which is top tier, would be one of the top 100 meter times in the 2024 class among wide receivers and running backs. But the big thing to note, they're saying he had good route running back then, and they had him comped to Deshaun Jackson. We'll see that name later in the video. But when we got to Texas, we were productive. Off the rip, 981 yards as a freshman and 12 touchdowns. He broke out on the scene. This is when Big Draft was looking at him when he was showing off the production. 760 yards the next year, 1,000 yards last year. And look below the 100-yard games. We had some big games and some big moments. 97 yards against Alabama, 261 against Oklahoma. That's letting you know that he can take over. And compared to the other wide receivers in this year's draft class, he's one of 2 wide receivers who broke out at age 18. He had a 36.27% market share of Texas's passing production at age 18, but he held it steady throughout his collegiate career. Something to take note. For a rookie wide receiver or a young wide receiver year 1, year 2, a good prerequisite of them breaking out at the NFL level, and I say prerequisite because it's not written in stone, is a breakout age 18 or 19. Year 20 is pivotal, but age 18, age 19, year 20 is pivotal on the player like a Marvin Harrison Jr. obviously has a lot of odds in his favor. But for Xavier Worthy, the odds are stacking in his favor for production. But looking at the yards after the catch per reception, 8.5 as a freshman, 6.9 last year. The ADOT was really high during his sophomore season, ADOT in double digits. So he's also getting deep balls. And also those shorter catches where he rack up the yak. So he's used all over the place because he spent 37.7% of his snaps in the slot. Not just the slot guy per the size, but you can use him outside as well. And we can see that due to the speed. 4.2 speed at the NFL Combine. He set the record. That put him on notice with the Chiefs. He was on notice regardless. Due to the production, we already knew he had speed back in high school. It's not new. And then look what name came back up as a comp. And this is a comp due to the metrics, not tape. The metrics line up with Deshaun Jackson, weight, size, production, as close as possible. That is his closest comparable player per the numbers. 4.21 speed, where with the Chiefs, and then we look at the Chiefs. This is the perfect offense for them. Last year, they're playing small ball. Rashee Rice was second on the team with targets with 103. They needed another wide receiver. Justin Watson was number 3 on the team with targets. They needed to add talent. They picked up Hollywood Brown. Now they got Xavier Worthy. And then when it comes to production on the field, they pass the ball a lot. 41 pass plays per game, and they're fast-paced. 26.7 seconds between plays. So this is a very explosive offense, and they're going to look to try and push it downfield a little bit more. Rashee Rice had an 8 out of 4.8. Justin Watson was the deep ball guy. Guarantee Xavier Worthy's going to get some deep balls. Guarantee Xavier Worthy's going to get some workload in those regards. And then when you're looking at ADP, he is shooting up like a rocket right now. He was holding steady in the middle of the 6th round all summer long. Preseason happened. He is shooting up. He's into the 5th round right now. Now he's outside the middle rounds. He's like right on the edge of that. But when you look at what's there in the middle rounds, it's really him versus the other upside wide receivers still and those running backs. And what do you want to do? Do you want to pay that 5th round pick for Xavier Worthy? In your home league draft, some of these running backs are going to come up a bit because home league drafts with your friends, your coworkers, people draft running backs earlier than per underdog fantasy. So expect that to happen. Expect him to drop back a bit due to that. Maybe still in the 6th round. But the market's hot. That's what's that saying about him. The market's hot for him. Do you want to pay a little bit more now? But do you like Rome Odunze better than him? Because Rome Odunze drafted higher, compared in talent-wise, not as a overall comp. Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr. does have DJ Moore and Keenan Allen to compete with. But if he lives up to that talent profile, he could be a league winner. But Xavier Worthy is in a situation where he could be a league winner too if he hits. Another caveat, Rashee Rice is shooting up draft boards as well due to the Hollywood Brown injury. Rashee Rice was more like 5th, 6th round a few weeks ago. Now he's shooting up. Do you want Rice instead and just pay a little bit more and feel a little bit more comfortable with him? Because odds are he's not getting suspended, and you're going to get a guy who's probably going to push 18 to 20% target share, which is a good target share in an offense that's this explosive. So you really got to make a decision right now with Xavier Worthy. He's not that ho-hum, middle of the 6th round pick anymore on underdog, making him a good value if you did not want to go with the running backs and just wait another round for running back. But now you got to make a choice. You have some other wide receivers here, but this is a spot where you can definitely go pure upside if you really want to. You don't need them if you want the running backs. You don't need them if you don't want to shoot upside at wide receiver. You want to play it safer. You don't need them if you don't want to go after the rookie. You need them, though, if you want to capitalize on upside and you see that wide receivers tearing off, especially where you're at in the draft, and you love the talent, you love the situation. For me, he's an upside play. I look for him as an expensive lottery ticket. I like Rome Odunze. I like him a little bit cheaper. And if one of those running backs is there that I like, I'm probably going to roll with that. And with the price now, it just going up exponentially. If it drops a little bit in my home league draft due to him being a rookie, due to people being a little bit leery on him, due to people chasing running back, I'll take that. I'll take the 6th round draft pick of Xavier Worthy. I will definitely roll with that. However, with him shooting up at costs, I'm a little bit worried about that. That's a little bit much, but I definitely see the upside in this scenario. I definitely see things happening. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. I want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.